Hi guys, today is the day. Finally, a Sister Wives tell-all. I can't wait to break this down. So this is my Sister Wives Season 16, Episode 11, One-on-One, Part 1, Recap and Review. And first thing I caught is that they said over the next 3 episodes, so we're in it for all 3 tell-all episodes total. In this episode, Meri tells the world how long it's been since her and Cody were physical. Cody gets triggered by a word and asks the host to take it back, and Janelle reached a whole new level of being comfortable on camera. So the episode begins, and the wives and Cody are getting ready for the big tell-all. I'm sure they're all nervous, and if I was Cody, I would be trembling in my boots. But Cody says, kind of proudly to the camera, "I'm going to a hotel in Flagstaff to meet with a former news anchor." And that former news anchor is actually Sukanya Krishnan, the host. Janelle, by the way, clearly does not care what she looks like on national TV anymore. And she's filming herself in her car with a huge hair curler in her hair and no makeup. I just admire Janelle in this moment. She doesn't, give what. I think we've all hit the I don't care anymore part of the pandemic, including Janelle. The tell-all starts with Janelle, who the host refers to as the conscience of the show. And her curler did the job. Her hair looks amazing. The host immediately is like, "Well, it seems like the family's been through a lot." And Janelle underplays it a bit. She says, "Yeah, just like a lot of other families, we have such varying opinions on risk tolerance." But I mean, there's so much more to the story than that. I mean, let's hope that she opens up a bit more. I'm surprised at how many things they revisit from season 15 in part 1. Things I had almost forgotten had even happened in season 15, like the first thing they talk about, which is when Janelle had summoned the wives to a restaurant to ask them, "What does the covenant of plural marriage mean to you?" This happened before the pandemic. Like, come on. This is the first clip they all react to. You'll remember that in this scene, Christine said she felt uncomfortable at family gatherings, and Robin made this face. Meri actually said at the tell-all that she tried to reach out to Christine after that restaurant meeting, but apparently it was not always reciprocated, which I interpret as, I guess Christine didn't call or text her back or something. Cody says there was perpetual dishonesty that was dealt with to keep things good and healthy. And now they start talking about COVID, of course. Cody says, "I was just trying to keep everyone alive." And Robin starts crying almost immediately in like her first segment, less than 15 minutes in, I think. At this point, they should just leave the box of tissues with Robin the whole time. Anyways, Robin says she understands what Cody was trying to do during COVID and what Janelle and Christine were about, but why couldn't they just mesh the two? But was that really her stance during season 16? In my opinion, I thought she was totally Team Cody. I'm not sure, especially at the nanny meeting when Cody passed along the rules sheet, the slip of paper. I never heard her once say, "I understand where Christine and Janelle are coming from," until right now. I remember her saying something like, "Come on, just wipe your groceries." And most of the rest of the episode is dedicated to how lonely and how broken Meri and Cody's relationship is. Tell us something we don't know. They roll another clip. It's the one where Meri says, "If I get sick, I'll just stay alone sick." And Christine mentions her heart breaks for Meri and that she does not want that. Cody's like, "There's nothing much to talk about me and Meri." The host tells Cody, or implies that he emotionally abandoned them. She probably means Christine and Meri, and Cody is triggered. He's like, "Abandon? Please, take that word back. Meri had an affair. She was leaving my behind." Anyways, pretty sure if you Google emotional abandonment, there's a case to be made that that's what happened, but I mean, it is what it is. Then cut to Meri, who is still so gung-ho after all this about staying with Cody no matter what. Meri did reveal something we didn't know. I think she was actually the most open thus far because of this revelation. The host had asked, when did the physicality between her and Cody stop? I mean, I don't think this is any of our business, to be honest. I was shocked she even asked this to Meri. But Meri said a decade. A decade! What does that mean? 2011? Is that the kind of the time when Robin came into the family? Like, I feel bad. I feel bad. Next week, it's part 2 of the one-on-one, and let's see if they can open up maybe a little bit more. And I mean, let's get to season 16 stuff, please, because I don't even remember season 15 at this point. Too much has happened. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching the whole way through my season 16 episode 11 recap and review. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.